What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another monthly ranking video. It is now October 1st at the time of filming this. It's the beginning of spooky season and I've got 10 movies to rank that I saw in the month of September. I know I didn't really see as much. There wasn't really as much coming out in September as I thought there would be. But hey, I've still got 10 movies to rank that I'm going to talk about for this video. So hope you guys enjoy the ranking and let me know your September ranking down in the comments as well. And also, if you love monthly ranking videos, physical media content, watch-alongs, movie reviews, all that good stuff, hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bar next to it so you never miss a post. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. You guys know what to do. Anyways, guys, let's just get right into the ranking. Alright, so coming in dead last at number 10, should not really be a surprise to anyone, The Strangers Chapter 2. This one was significantly worse than the first one. The more and more I thought about it after seeing it, my God, it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse the more and more I think about it. This movie is nothing but a 96-minute chase sequence with no story. Madelaine Petsch, I think she's really trying in this movie. I know she has talent, but it's not really coming through here because the writing for this film is so freaking terrible. Oh my God, dude. A lot of this dialogue, I was just either cringing or rolling my eyes. And whenever there's kills in this movie, it's mostly just cutaways and you just see the aftermath of it. And it's can we just actually see what's happening here instead of just, cut, then show? Why, dude? Come on. And, they try to do this whole thing, where we're trying to learn the identities of the strangers and also their backstories and why they do what they do. They're called the strangers. We don't want to know who they are. They're called the strangers for a reason. They hunt and kill people with no motivation because they're just there. That's literally it. And they try to expand upon that with questions we didn't have and we did not even want answered. So, yeah. Easily top 3 worst movies of the year so far. I definitely can't recommend this one. Just even if you enjoyed Chapter 1, trust me, just do not watch this one. Coming in at number 9, this might be a little bit of a hot take because I know there are a lot of people out there that really enjoyed this movie and I'm really glad they do. I'm sorry, The Conjuring Last Rites. I thought this film was so boring. Whenever it's focused on the Warren side of the story with Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson and their daughter and her fiance, I think that's honestly where the film really peaks because their acting is really freaking good. But once it gets to the other family that the Warrens are helping for this last case and the horror side of the film, especially when it gets to the film's third act, I did not care. I was sitting there just bored. And don't even get me started on the CGI in the third act. That was freaking garbage. But I will say it is a nice send-off for the Warrens. The movie itself, there were things I liked about it, mainly the performances and the production, the whole technical aspects, minus the CGI, and a couple of decent scares. Everything else outside of that, I think, is honestly very mediocre. And I know this film made money, so we're gonna get more Conjuring movies after this one. Yay! Coming in at number 8, I have Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, the third film in the Twisted Childhood universe of films. I will say, this film was not terrible. I don't think it's quite as bad as some people made it out to be. It's okay, honestly. I think the guy who plays as Peter Pan is really good here. He's definitely got that creepy vibes going for the character of Peter Pan. And I think there is some good kills and there's a lot of practical gore, so that's always a plus for me. And I think there is a couple of good performances here besides the guy who plays Peter Pan. But ultimately my issues mainly revolved around the script. The script for this film is not very good, has some really bad logical errors, and also this film's story and also the type of mannerisms of Peter Pan in this film, it feels like it was really copying a lot of what made The Black Phone so good. Peter Pan in this film has a lot of the same mannerisms and the same type of personality that the Grabber had in The Black Phone. That's basically this character in this movie, and At times, that can be a positive because he's doing it pretty well, but at the same time, most of the time while watching it, I felt like they were copying so much of The Black Phone, where I was like, oh, you guys are really just copying and pasting like a lot of what made The Black Phone so good. So overall, not a bad film, not offensive by any means. It was just okay. Coming in at number 7, a massive, massive disappointment in my book, but I will say this before I say what my number 7 is. I enjoyed the movie. I liked it more than most people, and I would watch it again. Him. Now, let me get this crystal clear. This movie is really style over substance with no plot. Now, I will say that, the style of this film is a pro and a con at the same time, because pro in the sense that it's really visually well done, and I think the director Justin Tipping has a lot of talent behind here, but a con in the sense that it's just showing too much of style while not giving us a plot that we can really get behind. So, but I will say the visuals, the cinematography, the production, phenomenal. Great stuff. And also you have great performances from Tyreek Withers and Marlon Wayans. I think Wayans turns in a career best performance, and he is unhinged in this movie. But like I said, the plot is honestly non-existent, and the last 15 minutes are really cool and gnarly, but the big problem was there was no setup or development for what was going to happen by that. It just kind of shows you the payoff, and then it's just oh, movie is over. And it's can we get a bit more development on that, please? But overall, I liked the movie more than most people, but I will definitely say it's not a great film, and it was a disappointment. But I would not mind watching it again. Coming in at number 6 is a pretty big leap from number 7. I will say 6 through 3 are movies that I really enjoyed. So coming in at number 6, I have Strange Harvest. If you guys like murder documentaries or mockumentaries in the style of Lake Mungo or Behind the Mask, I mean, Behind the Mask is more satirical, while Lake Mungo feels more realistic. This is kind of in the vein of Lake Mungo, and it feels a lot more grounded and realistic than the movie's ending, because the ending to this film got really over the top, and I was like, you kind of just defeated the purpose of what made this film so good in the first place. But for the most part, though, I really, really enjoyed this film. A lot of the footage and a lot of the whole documentary kind of style of this film was really, really well done. Like I said, gave me a lot of vibes of Lake Mungo. So if you guys love mockumentaries, especially horror mockumentaries, I highly recommend this one, because this will probably seem really up your alley. Coming in at number 5 is Spike Lee's latest film, Highest to Lowest. Basically a modern day remake of High and Low, the Akira Kurosawa film, but obviously done in Spike Lee style. Now the first, I'd say, hour of this film, I think honestly has a big identity crisis. It doesn't know what it wants to be. But once you get past the first hour, I think the film is very entertaining and really, really well done, with an incredible performance by Denzel Washington, like always. And Spike Lee's direction here is fantastic. And if you love Spike Lee and you also loved High and Low, give this a shot. It's on Apple TV Plus. I highly recommend it. Coming in at number 4 is a little hidden gem from this year called Splitsville, starring Dakota Johnson, Adria Arjona, Michael Angelo Covino, and Kyle Marvin. This is a really underrated comedy from this year. I mean, I know most people that I talk to really enjoy it, but some people really do not like this movie, and I totally get why, because, comedy is very subjective, but this movie has some really dark comedic elements here that I think for the most part work, but at times they don't quite balance with what the film is trying to go for. It is told in chapters, and I think all the performances here are fantastic, especially Kyle Marvin and Michael Angelo Covino. The performances in here are fantastic. It's shot really well. It's very well written for the most part. Like I said, some jokes and some moments of humor, they don't quite balance, but overall, if you love dark comedies, I highly recommend checking this one out, because this one was really funny. It's not quite on the level of The Naked Gun from this year for funniest movie of the year, but it is one worth checking out. Number 3 is another hidden gem from this year that I think this honestly might be the most underrated movie of 2025. no one is talking about this movie. Americana, starring Sydney Sweeney and Paul Walter Hauser. This is a really, really cool movie, told in different chapters, which I think sometimes it can kind of dampen the film just a little bit. But also, I think there are some characters that are more interesting than others. And I really, really liked like the dark kind of dramatic ending that this movie went for. Something that I certainly wasn't expecting. But Sydney Sweeney, Paul Walter Hauser, and Halsey are all fantastic in this movie. It's really well made. It's really funny. And like I said, really good, dark, dramatic moments, especially when you get to the third act of this film. It's really well done. So if you guys are looking for a hidden gem like Splitsville, I definitely recommend checking out Americana. It is really good. Number 2 and number 1 are two movies that are in my favorite films of the year. Number 2, The Long Walk. Now, coming from someone who hasn't read the book, I thought this film was phenomenal. Like, I really could not pinpoint any single issue I had with this film. Like, it's very well made. It's really well acted, especially from Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson. I mean, David Johnson especially, like, he really steals this entire movie. I mean, Mark Hamill as the Major is really, really menacing here. It's brutal. It's definitely bleak and depressing. So it might not be a movie you want to pop on all the time. But it is a movie you definitely have to check out. I mean, this film didn't really get that great of box office revenue, which is very unfortunate because I feel like a lot of people, if they do see this movie, I think a lot more people are really going to love this movie. I mean, a lot of people I talk to have this in like their top 10 of the year. I mean, this one's in my top 5. But damn, dude, I wish this film performed better than it did because this movie is awesome. And I wanted to go see it again, but at the time I was going to go see it again, my theater had already pulled it. So, yeah, like, if you guys give this movie a chance, I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. So go and check it out. Like, if it's still playing in your theater, if not, it'll be on digital within a few weeks probably. But I definitely recommend this one. It is a great film and honestly one of the best Stephen King adaptations. But number 1 for this month, I've had a constant fight for my favorite movie of the year. But I think this one has solidified my favorite movie of the year. One battle after another. Paul Thomas Anderson's latest film. This movie was awesome. I loved everything about this film. I mean, the first 40 minutes might be a little bit slow for someone, a little bit too political, but it's not super in-your-face political. But once it gets to 16 years later, I think that's when the film really starts to pick up and become, like, amazing. Leonardo DiCaprio, I think, honestly turned in another incredible performance, but that's not saying much because he's Leonardo DiCaprio. He's one of the best actors alive, and I think this will honestly be the film that gets him his second Oscar win. Like, I'm not going to guarantee it, but I really think that this performance might get him his second Oscar win. Sean Penn, that is best supporting actor right there. Like, I think honestly, like, whoever else is going to try to compete with him for best supporting actor this year, the Oscar is his. I'm just going to say it. Like, he is awesome in this movie. Like, a great villainous role and might be his best performance since, like, Mystic River, honestly. Like, he's that good in this movie. Chase Infinity, I think this might be her first, like, big role or just role in general. Amazing. Regina Hall, Tiana Taylor, Benicio del Toro, like, even though he doesn't have that much screen time, like, he is awesome in this movie. The cinematography, like, this movie is beautifully shot. Like, there was, like, a certain sequence in this film, like, towards the film's third act, like, where it's just going up a bunch of hills, like, during the road, and, like, where you can kind of see the cars, like, in the background. Like, it is amazing stuff. And this is, in my opinion, Paul Thomas Anderson's best film since The Master. I like this one more than Boogie Nights. I know people might come at me in the comments for that, but I loved this movie. It's my favorite movie of the year. It's currently in theaters right now. I highly recommend checking it out. Well, guys, that is it. That is my September ranking. We got some really good movies coming out in October that I'm really looking forward to. I mean, we got The Smashing Machine this weekend. We got Tron Ares, which I'm kind of on the fence about, but the soundtrack sounds awesome from Nine Inch Nails. We got Roofman. We got Black Phone 2, the Springsteen biopic. Like, we got some good movies to look forward to in October. So, and of course, look forward to the October watch-alongs that are coming up here this month. And hit that subscribe button down below, that notification bar right next to it so you never miss a post. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. You guys know what to do. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.